Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Universe Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz, and we have a debut here on Universe Mode at NXT right now for you. We have a big match. I'll talk about it in a moment. But here he is, Zack Sabre Jr. He is here in NXT. The man from the UK looking to make his mark here on NXT tonight. He fights for an opportunity and an NXT contract. If he wins, he will earn himself a contract here. If he loses, he will be sent packing. A tryout match here tonight for Zack Sabre Jr. His opponent, we're about to find out. Two men trying to fight for the one contract. Who will get it? Alrighty, here we go. His opponent, he is from Japan, the Japanese star. One of the rising stars in the world, perhaps one of the best wrestlers in the world, Kota, Ibushi, and this is going to be one contest that you will not want to miss. Ibushi versus Sabre Jr. Here we go. The winner will earn themselves a contract here in NXT, and what a valuable prize that is. We've seen so many guys come to NXT and succeed and turn their careers around and make themselves megastars here in NXT. And will Kota Ibushi or Zack Sabre Jr. be the next to do so? We'll find out in a moment's time. The winner gets themselves a contract. NXT Takeover number 2 is coming up, ladies and gentlemen. We are one episode away from Hell in a Cell, which of course will be airing July 23rd at Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. UK time. This is a big opportunity right now for one of these guys, because one of these guys will have a chance to get themselves a contract and appear at NXT Takeover number 2, which of course will be headlined with the NXT Championship match. We're not quite sure who that will be yet, as AJ Styles and Apollo Cruz meet at Hell in a Cell for the championship. We'll find out who will be the champion heading in towards NXT Takeover after that event. And of course, the Women's Championship, the Tag Team title matches. But we're going to have a number of contract sort of matches like this. A lot of tryout matches in the future. Let me know what you guys think of the concept. I think it's a good opportunity for someone here to earn their contract and also just kind of impress the crowd. Show us what they can do. Show us how good they are. And if they get a big win, who knows? Our NXT General Manager Shawn Michaels might just give them a few more opportunities down the line. And maybe potentially become the next NXT champion. You just never know. At the moment, it is Ibushi trying to pick up Sabre Jr. And there's a kick there to Sabre Jr. So this is a big chance. Big chance here for Ibushi. Obviously, coming from Japan, he's had a lot of success in New Japan, winning championships over there. Now he comes here to the United States, has yet to make the impact he would have liked here in the United States. And this is the big time. Comes to NXT, a real chance to shine here and a real chance to kind of showcase what he can do. He wins here tonight, he gets himself a contract and a full-time opportunity to be here in NXT. We've seen a few guys come and go here in NXT, have a couple of matches and perhaps leave. Ibushi will not be leaving. He will get that opportunity and he will be sticking around if he can win this match. Likewise for Sabre Jr. coming from the UK, lots of success in the UK, really growing a bit of fame there in the UK and being renowned as one of the best wrestlers over there. Now he's coming to the United States and trying to earn that same respect and that same reputation here in NXT. Ibushi turns Sabre around and from behind, look out, German suplex, tossing him away. And that's the confidence that Ibushi will need. A strong start will certainly do him wonders as he's planted down there by Sabre. Strong start for one of these two, gaining a bit of momentum will obviously do the confidence of world of good as a neck breaker there by Sabre Jr. Now rolls him over. And I think this is really all about confidence. Try not to get nervous about this match. Obviously, your future is on the line here. If you lose, you are gone. You will not get an opportunity anytime soon to be a part of NXT. But if you win, you get yourself a job here in NXT, a full-time opportunity. And that can obviously, kickstart your career to who knows where. You could be on RAW and Smackdown in the future as Sabre Jr. launches himself at Ibushi, who was hanging up on the ropes, and the kick right there into the midsection. And now Sabre Jr. taken down again, hooks the leg, trying to put this one away, hopeful here. Don't think he's going to get it, he won't. More of a, praying that he can finally win, praying that he can win this match, and praying that he can get out of here with this contract. And now, the arm is grabbed there by Sabre Jr. He's trying to make Ibushi tap out. He's very close to the ropes. And, reversing it anyways, getting out of the hole. Now these stomps right to the midsection, just kicking away, just stomping away on the chest. Oh, from behind! Oh! Landing on the neck there. That is gonna hurt an Ibushi. A real chance to capitalize here. He'll try and win this match. Hooks the leg. This could be it right here. No. Had enough to kick out, but this is close right here. Ibushi has a bit of momentum right now, is in control, and I tell you what, this is going to be really, really tough. Oh, look at that as well. Brilliant there from Ibushi. And now continues to put the pressure on Sabre Jr., who hasn't been able to get much offense in the last few minutes, and that has meant that Ibushi has control and potentially has enough momentum to get him through here to a victory. And a victory here for Ibushi will seal the deal. A contract here at NXT. Just to let you guys know as well, NXT Takeover number 2 will be 2 weeks before Survivor Series and 2 weeks after Hell in a Cell. So smack bang in between those two pay-per-views. So roughly about 2 weeks away. And Ibushi on the second rope right now as he's looking down. His opponent hits the splash. Certainly waited a long time, waited for the right moment to strike. He's going to go off the second again, is he? Going to try it for it one more time. Sabre Jr. rolling over, but he's rolled in a good position again, and there's a second splash. This could be it right now for Ibushi. He's going for a third. Ibushi for a third splash. No. Tried for one too many. Bit off more than he could chew. And Sabre Jr., this is his time right now. This is his chance. Hits a German himself. Still has the arms hooked, but the boot connecting with the rope, forcing the break. Well, Ibushi, if he hits that third splash, this match would have been over right there. A strong start for Ibushi. And now the cross arm breaker. No, Ibushi too close to the ropes. Ibushi has a bit of a strong style as well. Similar to the likes of a Nakamura. And when he hits you, he hits hard. And I think Zack Sabre Jr. finding that out right now. But he also can fly around the ring as well. Don't underestimate his ability and his speed and quickness as well. Zack Sabre Jr. can obviously out-wrestle the best of them. But at the moment, Ibushi is doing very well to out-wrestle him here. Oh, picks him up. Look out. No. Sabre Jr. just managing to avoid that. That could have been brutal. Now a swinging net breaker. And that will just give him a small moment of opportunity to rest, regroup, and regather himself, and hopefully try and get back into this match. He's been struggling here. It's been all Ibushi. And that contract, it's slipping away. Ibushi's already got his first name written down on the dotted line. Kota is on there. He just has to finish it off. And look out, the submission hold again now. And off of his feet. Swept him off his feet. Has the damage been dealt? Can he get to a cover? Just get a hand on the chest of Ibushi, but no. Kota is back up to his feet first. Zack Sabre Jr. putting everything he had into that. And again there with a snap suplex. Not much left here for Zack. He's going to try and dig deep here. This is it. This is for his career. This is for a contract in NXT. No, kicks out. Sabre Jr. trying everything to try and come back here. An opportunity to win here tonight. An opportunity to be a part of the NXT Takeover event. The winner will not only get a contract, but I can announce now they'll get themselves a match at Takeover. So a real chance to shine in front of everyone. Here it is, a German suplex. The shoulders are still down. And he just manages to kick out again, does Sabre Jr. This is close. This is hard fought. This is a hard fought match between these two. Sabre Jr. now. A big clothesline, just kind of belting him over the face. And is that going to be enough? No, it's not. Ibushi's taken much harder strikes throughout his time. He's able to get back to his feet and keep himself going here. Sabre Jr. Look out. Up he goes and... Bit of a last ride. That powerbomb from Ibushi. up in the air. Huge hang time and planted down and kicked out. Ibushi thought he had him, but not yet. Sabre Jr. still in this. And tossed down. Sabre Jr., he is in trouble. Ibushi has been dominating for the majority of this match. Sabre Jr. is going to do something. He's going to have to try and pull out a big move out of nowhere just to try and keep Ibushi down, potentially to win this match. Here we go again. No, counter there by Jr. Needed to do that, otherwise he was in trouble. Hooks the leg. That foot underneath the bottom rope, is it? It's close. Referee probably had a look at it. 50-50 call. I thought it was underneath the rope, but he's okay. Kicked out regardless. Uppercut there by Sabre. Shot to the midsection. And now, hooks both arms. Uh-oh! And hits a suplex. But you can see he just hasn't got anything left to get back to his feet and finish this off. Oh, counter there by Ibushi. Now, what's he gonna do? What's he got planned? What's he gonna do? Picks him up again. Look out! Powerbomb! Bridges through! Both shoulders are down! Zack Sabre Jr. He has to kick out. He can't! Ibushi steals the win, and he has won himself a contract here in NXT. Wow, what about that? An incredible match between these two. Ibushi was the better man for majority of it, and he's been able to hang on. Zack Sabre Jr. just had nothing left in the tank to kick out. He exhausted, and he was always on fumes at the end there. He was trying to dig deep, but when the shoulders were both down in the bridging position, there was really no chance he was going to be able to fight through it and kick out. It's been a real shame. But, well, Zack Sabre Jr., I'm sure he will be back at one point, but not tonight, not tomorrow, not next week. He's not going to get that contract. He has unfortunately lost, and that means Kota Ibushi has won himself a contract here in NXT, and he will have a match at NXT Takeover number 2. An opportunity for him to showcase what he can do, and perhaps establish himself here in NXT, and kind of make a name for himself here. Well, regardless, a big win for Ibushi, and Takeover has just got a little bit more interesting. There it was, the powerbomb, bridged through, and just in that position when you're got your neck like that, it is so hard to kick out there. Ibushi has stolen the win. I was a little surprised, but it was kind of win out of nowhere, and he's snuck away, and will now be at Takeover number 2. Alrighty, let's take a look at the rest of NXT this week. As you can see, one episode away from Hell in a Cell. Just to reiterate, it is going to be July 23rd on Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Alright, this week we have Chad Gable going 1-on-1 against Tommaso Ciampa. And obviously, Gargano and Ciampa will take on the American Alpha at NXT TakeOver. Hideo Itami, he is in action against No Way Jose. Peyton Royce up against Bayley, the women's champion. Nia Jax will certainly be watching on there. And as we get ready for Hell in a Cell, Apollo Crews and AJ Styles, they'll meet here tonight. He'll have Eric Young and his team will Cruz, and Baron Corbin will join AJ Styles in a tag team match. That's going to be big. Chad Gable gets the win over Tommaso Ciampa. Itami versus No Way Jose. Ooh, bit of an upset there. No Way Jose gets the win. Hideo Itami's just been struggling as of late. Hoping to bounce back in the future. Peyton Royce gets the win over the NXT Women's Champion as well as we get ready for tag team action. Here comes the #1 contender for the NXT Championship, Apollo Crews. And what a contest he has at Hell in a Cell. It'll be Cruz versus Styles 1-on-1 for the NXT Championship. It will take place on the pre-show. It'll be uploaded separately to YouTube before Hell in a Cell airs. Also will be played on the pre-show before Hell in a Cell on the live streams, both on YouTube and Twitch. I'll be streaming on, so you can watch on whatever site you like. And it should be a very, very big pay-per-view for Apollo Crews. An opportunity at the NXT Championship. Finally gets a chance all by himself against the champion AJ Styles. Cruz has been very, very impressive. Is it going to be his time? Will we see ourselves a new NXT champion for the first time. We've only had one champion in AJ Styles. Will Cruz be the second? His partner tonight, Eric Young, a big opportunity for him as well to kind of showcase his skills. He's had a few matches. Was also a part of the #1 contenders process. Unfortunately missed out. And, well, he gets a chance to kind of get in amongst against the #1 contender who will be in his corner. But he also gets a chance at the champion and Baron Corbin as well. So big chance here for Eric Young to kind of impress us here. And the first of their opponents, Baron Corbin, another one of the contenders who fought for an opportunity to be a part of the Hell in a Cell pre-show. Unfortunately, he missed out as well. And at the end of it, of course, was Samoa Joe and Apollo Cruz, who met once again, renewing their historic rivalry here in NXT. What a match it was, where Apollo Cruz got the win. Baron Corbin, we know he has the potential to be a champion at one point. When that will be, we don't know. He just hasn't been able to get the wins together in a row. We'll see how he goes in the future. But Baron Corbin, we know how good he is. He's got the size, the power. He just needs to kind of build consistency, and eventually we'll see that championship around his waist, whether it be the NXT Championship or a SmackDown or Raw Championship down the line. Here comes the champion, ladies and gentlemen, AJ Styles. There he is, the champion Styles. What a match he has here tonight. He gets a chance at Cruz, and this will be a big warm-up for him for Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell. Styles versus Apollo Cruz in the pre-show. Styles, he has been very good. Very, very good as champion. He's been all comers. No doubt about that, but I just get the feeling Apollo Cruz might have the X factor. He might be able to pull out the win because Apollo Cruz is so dynamic. He has every style in his playbook. He can counteract everything with a different style that he can employ. He's really that tough to beat. AJ Styles has been very, very good. But you have to kind of wonder, when does a champion start to look ahead? You're a champion of NXT, which is obviously a great accomplishment, but we all know in the back of your minds, you want to move up to Raw or SmackDown. When does AJ Styles start to think about that? When does AJ Styles start to get in the back of his mind, well, you know, I could probably move up. I could probably start thinking about trying to get a contract on Raw or SmackDown in the future. When does AJ Styles start to think about that and start negotiating for that? Does he wait until he loses the championship, or does he wait whilst he's on top? If he's on top, he'll get more money. Raw or SmackDown, he'll be much more of a hotter commodity. Raw or SmackDown will want to get him as much as they possibly can. You know, they'll be willing to pay top price for AJ Styles. So does AJ Styles approach our Raw board of directors, or does he approach our SmackDown general manager Edge? Obviously, we don't know who the Raw GM is at the moment. You know, what does he do? Or does our GM of NXT, Shawn Michaels, say, no, you're the champion, we can't let you go? Does AJ Styles have the ability to move up? And if he does, how much is he thinking about that? That's going to be the only question I have. That's the only doubt I have in AJ Styles. Everything else about him in the ring, he is perfection. But in the back of his mind is AJ Styles thinking, hey, if I lose this championship, it's not the end of the world. I've got other options. That's what worries me. At the moment, it is Eric Young in there with Baron Corbin. A big chance for both these guys. We know these guys can go. We know these guys can compete at the top level. We know these guys can be a champion at some point. It's just all about proving themselves on the main stage, and there's no bigger main stage here than tonight in the NXT main event with Cruz and Styles both itching to get in the ring. And AJ Styles, the champion, will get his shot right now. AJ Styles, very respected by the crowd. They're very, very supportive of him as a champion thus far. Obviously, he's fought off a lot of adversity from Samoa Joe and Hideo Itami. A lot of guys have been gunning for his title, doing everything they can possibly do to undermine him and beat him down. Styles has been able to fight through that, and the crowd has, respected Styles for doing so. AJ Styles just has to try and not get too big of a head, not try and get too cocky, too confident. Just try and remain humble, and the crowd will remain on his side. Apollo Cruz, the crowd also respect him for the fight that he's had, the never say die attitude, as Styles gets out of there pretty quickly, gets Baron Corbin back in. And on the contrary, Baron Corbin and Eric Young, well, they're two wild cards. We don't know what to think yet. Baron Corbin will do whatever it takes to beat you up and take what he wants. And Eric Young, well, you know, he can be a bit of a crazy guy sometimes, you know, and, you know, we haven't seen enough of Eric Young to really comment too much. But Eric Young, he could be certainly a wild card and could, you know, just flick a switch at any time and, you know, go into that mode, which would be very frightening to see. Cruz now re-enters this match against Baron Corbin. Cruz now is going to launch Corbin over the top of the rope. No, thought he was going to, and decides to pull him back, and the shoulder takedown there. Apollo Cruz knows if he wins the championship at Hell in a Cell, it's going to do his career's wonders. He'll be champion, but not only champion, he'll get a chance to impress the Raw and Smackdown managers, because anyone who gets a win at a pay-per-view, you know, the Raw and Smackdown managers, they're going to be watching, they're going to be scouting out, you know, so this is a big chance for Apollo Cruz and AJ Styles to both get in there and impress the people that matter, and potentially earn himself a contract on Raw or SmackDown. It's really exciting times for Apollo Cruz and Styles. Apollo Cruz, if he wins the championship, then it will be very, very exciting times, because he'll have a bit of a pay rise himself here at NXT, and the crowd will be very pleased with him as well, finally accomplishing his dreams. Baron Corbin now presses down on Apollo Cruz and trying to win here. No. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break here in NXT, and we'll have a quick little reminder about the upcoming Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Hell in a Cell is coming your way this weekend, Saturday afternoon, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. UK time. Do not miss it. Kevin Owens versus The Undertaker in a Hell in a Cell match for the World Heavyweight Championship. We also have Finn Balor defending the WWE Championship against Batista and Chris Jericho in a triple threat match. Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler team up to take on the Balor Club in a Hell in a Cell match, and much, much more. The pre-show will be half an hour before the show begins. Do not miss it. Of course, it will be available on YouTube after the stream is over. We're back here in NXT. Baron Corbin in there again with Eric Young. And right now, stomping away on Young is Corbin. Cruz and Styles itching at the bit to get some more action against one another. And what a match is going to be, Apollo Cruz and Styles. We've talked about it, but, you know, this has been a rivalry that's been brewing for quite some time. You know, Atami was the first one. Samoa Joe came in, then Apollo Cruz. All four of these guys have kind of been in amongst it with, you know, including AJ Styles, obviously, to make up the fourth. But these four guys have been in amongst it for a long time now. And I guess this could be a bit of a final chapter between them. You know, Samoa Joe's had his shot. His time has come and gone. Now Apollo Cruz is probably the last guy who's yet to really have his fair opportunity. And now he will get his chance. And, oh, Eric Young with a shot there to Baron Corbin. And you looked, we saw earlier on with Kota Ibushi getting the win there. Some new blood coming through here in NXT. You know, Eric Young's a new guy as well. Austin Aries as, oh, taken down there is Young. There's some new guys coming through. No Way Jose. So there's some new guys coming through that could obviously potentially be a bit of a threat to the NXT Championship. So someone like AJ Styles, you know, whilst he's dealt with Cruz, Joe, and Atami, there's much, much more guys coming through who want that title. And Ibushi could be definitely one of them down the line. As a back body drop, down goes Baron Corbin. And Apollo Cruz gets back in there. A chance here for Cruz to impress us just before the pre-show title match. There's a German suplex there. And it's going to be a really, really tough challenge for Cruz. You know, Styles arguably at the top of his game, but Cruz here, oh, look at that gut-wrench suplex there. Some great strength and power. You know, but if anyone can do it, it might just be Apollo Cruz. And like we said earlier on, where is AJ Styles' head at? We'll find out at Hell in a Cell as Corbin into the corner. Cruz now grabs a hold of Corbin. Looks as though he's going to, well, he's going to bounce him off the top of the turnbuckle. Thought he might be looking to hang him up on the ropes there. Decides against it. And now, from behind, Cruz again. And picks him up and slams him down with the belly. Back up to his feet now. And oh, big boot there from Apollo Cruz. Right to the face. Corbin is down. This could be it. Styles is coming in there to break it up. He does not want Cruz to win here tonight. That is for sure. Styles breaks it up and walks away. Eric Young, on the other hand, trying to get himself involved. And now Cruz setting his sights here on Baron Corbin. Looks to line him up here. Trouble here for Corbin. And here comes that spinning. Oh, I thought he was going to go for the powerbomb. Turns it into just a spinning slam, and now look out, Cruz! Can't get it again thanks to Styles. Well, it is close. It is very, very close. Apollo Cruz thought he had it. Just barely missing out on the win there. AJ Styles getting himself involved. Now Cruz, he knows he's probably one big move away from winning this match again. Styles saving the day. Corbin picks up Cruz now. A chance now for Corbin. He needs a tag here. AJ Styles only just getting back on the apron. Corbin looking, takes the advantage there of a distracted Young and planted down. Apollo Cruz making him pay with a spine buster, and he celebrates as well. He's pretty happy with that with the backflip. Now Cruz, here he goes. Shoulder block takedowns. He's going to plant Corbin down. Apollo Cruz in control. Has Corbin up to his feet. Corbin paying the price for coming after Young. Corbin though. Oh, DDT. The size of Corbin too much for Cruz to handle there. As Styles gets in there. Gets a hold of Young. Stops him from getting in there, but he kicks out regardless. Now Styles and Young are distracted. And meanwhile Cruz. Powerbomb! Had the arms hooked. Turned into a powerbomb. I think he's got him. Yes, he has. Corbin kicks out just a moment too late. And Apollo Cruz hits the powerbomb and picks up the win. What about that for Apollo Cruz? An incredible victory here, just a day away from Hell in a Cell. Ladies and gentlemen, Apollo Cruz meets AJ Styles for the NXT Championship in our pre-show. Do not miss it. It is going to be a great contest. Perhaps the end of a bit of a rivalry between these two. If Cruz can win, I'm sure there'll be another match. But if Styles can hang on, it will probably be the end. And we'll see someone else step up to take on Styles in the future. But here it was, Young. Tried to get in there. Didn't happen. And now, Cruz and Styles aren't done yet. Both posing down one another. Both trying to intimidate one another. Who's going to strike first? Have these guys got too much respect for... Ooh! I thought there was going to be a strike there. Have these guys got too much respect for one another to come after each other? They're ready to go, but no one's throwing the first punch yet. And Styles is happy to walk away. They'll wait until Hell in a Cell before they come after one another. But it's going to be a great match, no doubt about that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us for another episode of Universe Mode. Make sure you smash the like button. We need some big likes, guys. If you want to see Hell in a Cell, we got to get some likes. We got to get 300 likes. Then we'll get Hell in a Cell up for you. Reminder, Hell in a Cell, it'll be up on Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, you guys are going to continue to bombard me with questions, but please, if you see someone asking in the comments, when is Hell in a Cell, you tell them. You tell them for me. Alrighty guys, thank you so much again for joining us here today. Remember, the pre-show will be about half an hour, 45 minutes before the event takes place. Do not miss it. It'll be available on YouTube afterwards as well, so you won't miss it. If you can't make it to the stream, it will be up on YouTube for you to watch later. Thanks guys for watching. See you at Hell in a Cell.